all whilst Alice was using traumatic experiences that I had shared with her privately to torment me and drive me to a mental breakdown intentionally after I'd started to break away from our relationship. But Alice has lied and manipulated these stories constantly in her document to portray a narrative which is not true. Before I end this video, I would like to apologize to anyone who I upset or offended in the videos and text messages that Alice shared. I wish no ill will on anyone who has posted about me or shared these stories online. I am ashamed that many others were dragged into this unintentionally because of my actions.
Guys, are you tired of worker segments? Okay, well guess what? Today, Bonnie Blue called out Alice Hez's ex-boyfriend. Are you guys familiar who Alice is? Alice is obviously the former girlfriend of ImAllexx. Again, the funniest thing about ImAllexx is this guy had the internet gaylord merchandise, and when he got exposed, it was all women. The guy was like, because he was like openly coming out bisexual and stuff, which obviously, yeah, I get that. Bisexual is bisexual. But he was selling rainbow merch and calling himself the internet gaylord, and then he gets like called out by 5 women. It was the most surprising shit that's ever happened in YouTube history. So Bonnie Blue is somebody that you might know from doing some of the most, how do I word this in the right way? She makes porn stars start calling you a That's probably, listen, okay, dude, I don't know how to, what is the correct way to go about this? She does like 1,000 guy in 1 day challenge. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like people were like, listen, all right, women are going to take back their own sexuality. They're going to post on OnlyFans and stuff, and they're going to take that back. The porn producers and stuff and whatever. And then Bonnie's like, I'm going to get fucking by 1,000 guys in 1 day. We're going to do that challenge, and we're going to post it on social media, and I'm going to post a video after looking all freaked out, so that goes viral and shit. It's like, I don't know, it's a hustle. It's certainly a hustle. It's kind of fucked. I don't know. It doesn't feel like, I don't do the whole society thing a lot, but that's kind of doomer, I guess, if I had to say. I hope one day she'll realize the trauma she's causing herself and so many other women. Sophia Rain obviously is like another OnlyFans influencer. I don't know if she does straight up porn, but I know she's like another like sex worker is probably the correct terminology. So like it's turned into the point where sex workers are calling out other sex workers. The reason why I would criticize Bonnie Blue specifically isn't just the content that she makes or the stuff that she's doing. A lot of these influencers who are doing these challenge videos have been, I guess, doing extremely weird, is it like jailbait references or something? Is that the way to describe it or whatever? There was another one, I don't remember her name. One of these girls got banned from Australia who does very similar content to Bonnie Blue because she was advertising a similar event as a celebration for kids graduating high school. Like, get all of your newly 18 friends to come fuck me at an event. There's a whole lot of weird minor shit. Like, they're not minor. It's like I don't think that like 18-year-olds should be like, how do I word this? Okay. They're like fetishizing 18-year-olds. That's fucking weird. You know what I mean? They're fetishizing 18-year-olds is probably the best way to describe it. I think that's pretty gross. I think Alex unironically makes decent arguments in the beginning of this video.
The new Bonnie Blue video.
It's not like, oh, former child, blah, blah, blah. It's like they literally do this on purpose to bait this for content.
Ruined my day.
So
it's the barely legal tagline. Yeah, sure.
I told you could just watch, but I think it's better if you join in. I'm not built like you. No, but you will be. Guys.
Yeah, again, like this is I think she's 18, right?
Take her.
You'll be just like me, and then points to a bunch of guys in ski masks.
She's ready to be stretched.
Like, you know what's gross? The day that like Danielle Bregoli turned 18 and then made like $1 million on OnlyFans the next day. Like, that's fucking weird. I don't know. I feel like weird people were sitting there camping out like the midnight release of the Nintendo Switch. It's pretty fucking weird.
Oh my god.
What's the name of the guy that keeps
well, just guys,
Nick
but then equal bot girls.
Mr. Oreo.
Turns me on to another level.
There is so much wrong with this.
Tana Mojo too. Well, supposedly, allegedly, some people didn't even wait that long.
On so many levels.
Allegedly!
Even try and like describe that clip is almost impossible, but we're going to try and do so anyway. Bonnie Blue has recently collabed with Bop House member Julia.
I don't know what the Bop House is. I'm too old. What is the Bop House like an OnlyFans influencer house?
And the reason why is because of the fact that she looks really, really, really young. So now they're doing loads of TikToks and videos promoting
Oh, she's 22. I thought she... Okay, apologies.
secret spicy pages. I think that's what we'll call them. And the whole marketing promotion is all based on the fact that this girl looks incredibly young.
Like, this is a fair critique, I'd say, from Alex.
I'm
That's the nicest thing I'll say about him ever.
not joking. That's the entire thing. That's the whole thing that they're doing right now.
Why are we watching ImAllexx? Let me cook.
Gone from sleeping with barely legal 18-year-olds.
Yeah, this is it. Look at this. This is gross. I'm sorry. Like, you could say whatever you want about sex work. Maybe even you're okay with the 1,000-guy challenge or whatever. But at this point, you've got to start disavowing.
That's the whole thing that they're doing right now.
Gone from sleeping with barely legal 18-year-olds. But barely legal bot girls? Barely legal. The younger they are, when they've just turned 18, they're the ones with the biggest loads.
Cool. Cheers for that, Bonnie. That's really nice.
Yeah, this is ridiculous, dude. This is bad for everybody.
Nice to know. Now, Julia is 22 years old on famous birthdays, but the whole thing that they're going on about in these videos is that she looks barely legal.
Barely legal.
As if that's some type of cool advertisement on some form of product. No, that's not cool.
Like, back in the day, people would criticize Belle Delphine for having fucking braces and content, saying that she's targeting her audience younger or whatever and trying to look younger in her content. And it was like, it was just that. It was people saying that she was doing that, and then people making arguments as to whether that was occurring. Now, the OnlyFans influencers they drop barely legal every other sentence. They're not even trying to hide it. They're out in the open trying to pander to these people. It's gross.
That's not epic. That's not something that you should be using to sell content that is inherently, I don't know.
Like, you should feel some sort of shame doing this.
Inappropriate is the best term for it, I guess. I mean, these people look like they've just come out of a Grand Theft Auto 5 heist mission. Like, this doesn't look like the type of people that you'd want to be necessarily spending all your time hanging around with. Loads of ski masks? I'm scared of them. But there are so many videos that they've been making like this, and each and every single one of them gets more and more strange and disturbing, because they also did a...
So, we're going to take a look at the rest of this, but just to get you where you have to go, Bonnie Blue ended up responding to ImAllexx about this. And, yeah. Listen, I know all that stuff I just said, but...
Have a great time. Alright, bye.
Alex, didn't you threaten to bash your ex in with a brick? Something I would never do.
She won. Like, yeah, okay. Yeah. Fetishizing fucking 18-year-olds is kind of fucking weird. Pretty fucking weird, I'd say. But unfortunately, sometimes the villain wins.
Fine. Alright, bye.
Alex, didn't you threaten to bash your ex in with a brick?
Like, I can disavow everything else she does if I need to. Yeah, obviously. But, like, I think she won.
Something I would never do. So before talking bad about me, take a look in the mirror.
And then Bonnie Blue is sitting back there and she's like, you know what? That was good. I'm going to film it again.
Alex, being stretched out is fun and pleasurable. I can't quite say the same about having your head smashed in with a brick.
Listen, I give her credit, right? I give her credit. Sometimes you got one really good line, all right, and you're just going to keep running it. Why change it up? It's working, right? Pretty solid line.
Is that the right thing to say at the end?
Now, here's a minute and 23 seconds of her standing in different positions and saying the same thing over and over again. And listen, I think it's fine.
Have a good day.
Alex, didn't you threaten to bash your ex in with a brick? Something I would never do, because everything I do is above board.
Thank you, Samuel.
So maybe instead of commenting on me, you should...
The funny thing is Samuel told me that he had to go on every social media site he could, and she posted a different video on every one of them.
Should probably work on yourself and start your 12 steps.
Oh my God.
Alex, you're talking as if I'm the bad person. I'm the one that does everything above board and discusses consent. Something you should have discussed with your ex before you abused her. Because
Holy shit, dude.
I don't think she consented to that.
Alex, being stretched out is fun and pleasurable. I can't quite say the same about having your head
What's the name of
smashed
the
in
guy,
with a brick.
Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo.
I don't know what
Mr.
to do.
Oreo.
When will Anissa do her part for Creator Clash and bang 1,000 dudes with Ian in the back for charity?
Alex, I don't know why you hate on me. Everything I do is above board and consensual. Something you should really take note of. Because your ex did not consent to you abusing her.
Bro, this is nuts. How many videos did she film of this? It's all the same thing.
ordered a cameo, and I've accidentally got the strangest Christmas gift I ever could have asked for. But yeah.
Hey Alex, I do a lot of crazy events, which I know you're aware about, but nothing as crazy as threatening to bash my ex in with a brick. Yeah, you're insane.
Why do those guys look mission?
Alex, I do a lot of crazy events, but it's all around consent and enjoyment. Something you should really take note of, because threatening to bash your ex in with a brick, I don't quite think she's going to come to that.
Is that the right?
I mean, she just won, dude. She just fucking won. What am I, like, what are we supposed to do here? It's it. From the top ropes, RKO, down. I don't even, like, that's the segment. That's it. That's the whole fucking segment. That's it. I honestly, fuck it. That's the whole segment. That's the title segment for whatever VOD this is going to be in. You know what? I'm going to just finish off the rest of the thing watching Shelbo. We're going to watch more Shelbo. Fuck this. Fuck that, dude. Fuck that segment. That's it. She won. That's it. Shelbo, Pokimane has agreed to pay me a sum of $25 million.
So everyone, here's the situation. We've agreed to stay together on one condition. Since I have given her my entire Social Security as well as my income pay for my job.
I forgot how bad this video is, dude. Holy shit, dude. Oh my god.
She has decided to give me everything that she has from her Twitch account, if I'm not mistaken. She's agreed to give me 25.
So in case you guys don't know, Shelbo thinks that he's dating Pokimane. So he's posted a new video just now, right? I think as the stream started, saying Pokimane commit. Again, we watched this earlier. He actually posted a really lucid video about the riots in California.
Nicholas, the goat.
And then he immediately follows it up with like, Pokimane, are you committed to our relationship?
Pokimane and Senna, I need you both to listen to me very, very carefully. You two are so busy that you don't have time for anything and anyone else. I barely get a chance
Nicholas,
to talk to you
the goat. Thank you for the $5, my man.
Dude.
whatsoever.
I really do. I think that they're like, imagine if this all turns out to be a social experiment to like attack harassing YouTubers and the joke is on me. I would actually be so happy if that was the case.
Look, I want to marry you. Look, I want to help you as much as I can.
I mean, at what point does YouTube just step in and put a stop to this?
But the issue is, guys, you're always doing something. And look, I have little projects here and there, but nothing special. But you two want to date me, but not say anything? It's bad enough that you guys don't announce things on social media. It's bad enough that you don't...
Dude, this is like Augie's girlfriend demanding to know why he will not announce her on fucking After Hours.
that you guys don't announce things on social media. It's bad enough that you don't say anything on social media and even ban me with your main accounts. That's exactly why I did the exact same thing. I need to know, are you guys committed to this relationship?
Like, if I think that Shelbo is an eligible bachelor, I'm going to show you why in a couple of seconds.
One of the other guys, either you want to be with me or you don't. It's as simple as that.
I think they don't. I don't think they do.
I'm tired.
I think at this point, what I'm getting from this video is that the scammers have stopped talking to Shelbo. Because, like, he believes that Pokimane is the scammer, right? So if the scammers have left him alone, that tells me the financial thing is in a worse spot than we even thought. Or they got bored and moved on.
Of the games, guys.
Okay, so that was the end of that. But this is like, Shelbo actually has superpowers. Here, he fights witchcraft. This is why I think this channel is probably not going to be long for this earth. This is going to be like Big Bungie. One day you're going to wake up, this channel is going to be gone.
Okay. So, this is a bit of a different video, guys. As you all know and aware of, witchcraft is real. Really.
Dude, he has smaggle. He just smaggled out live, bro. What the fuck?
And aware of, witchcraft is real. Really. Witchcraft is real. And I'm here to prove something today. I'm a Christian. And this is what Jesus believes and said to us. We have protection against evil.
Amen.
But you know what? I'm putting a challenge to them. Can they take over? It's the question I have. So,
let's see if we can take over. All right, so now the powers among are going to take over Shelbo's body here. And we're about to see if he can become possessed.
do your worst. They're saying they can't do anything.
You have to do something. What?
So they just
Dude, this is how every kid plays with their toys, bro. Like the toy just starts punching the other toy and they let out like a loud grunt. You ever do that when you're like a little kid?
So they just punched me in my stomach and
I
nothing
recommend
happened.
watching Nicholas DeOrio's
Thank you.
latest video.
This exactly proves what Christianity said.
Dude, we finally found evidence that Jesus exists. Guys, somebody tell all the Mormons we figured it out.
That he made a fool.
Wait, you said this is textbook drugs? He's at a mental hospital. Where would he get those?
Exactly proves what Christianity said. That he made a fool of them all.
Now, we know that he has used witchcraft to canonically talk to Pokemon in the past. And also Tectone, right? Didn't he talk to Tectone through this? That was something that we covered, yeah. I've stopped titling the sections as Shelbo, and I kind of just sprinkle it into the VOD to scare people. Like, we're in the middle of covering, like, a regular topic, and then all of a sudden, boom, you've got a Shelbo segment. Because I think that's funnier that way, because then, like, it's just, like, this random thing that just appears on your screen every so often, and you're not really prepared for it. That was kind of the midsection. There's not really a ton here to talk about with that one. We got a couple of things that we're going to do tonight, but the first thing that I do want to talk about is obviously the U.S. crisis right now with immigration. I know that's why you're clicking on these streams. So I found somebody here who has kind of a general oversight that can kind of explain to you what's going on right now. Like, I could go to the Quartering and Willie Mack show. They're fighting on Twitter, but actually Shelbo has done a good video discussing why immigrants are super important for the country. So I figured that this would be an opportune time to become a little, just a little more informed than we were before.
More a bit of a serious topic.
I recommend watching Nicholas
We have a
DeOrio's
mini
latest
Shelbo
video.
segment tonight in the middle of our ImAllexx segment, so that'll be okay. But you'll like that. But yeah, more serious topic right now. Shelbo is gonna be breaking down this conflict for us.
About ICE. So the immigration law has been passed, and many people are being deported back to their countries, which in and of itself you might say is not a bad thing, but it's the way they go about the situation.
Yeah, why can't they just be nicer when they send the fucking people home, dude?
Many people are being beat, brutalized, and victimized just for coming to this country because of Trump's order. Many people come here with the hopes and dreams to make something of themselves.
I gotta be honest with you. There's not really much to make fun of here, other than it's like a crazy guy who thinks he's dating Pokemon, who's locked in an insane asylum because he kept buying Razor gift cards. If all that context is removed, I think the video is fairly straightforward. It's actually one of his better, more coherent videos.
Which is something that they could not do in the country that they lived in, which is why they came here. Now, as we know, not everyone is here to do the right thing.
Oh, guys, we're gonna do watch check? Let's see what he's wearing.
But don't punish everyone for one bad egg. It's very unfortunate that California is going through this right now.
Wait, one bad egg? Was it like one Mexican that really like set this whole thing off, dude? Like one guy. There was one Mexican and they were like, fuck it, we gotta get rid of the rest of them.
And the fact
and that one Mexican, by the way, is named Hassan Piker.
That I live here now puts it in so much of a different light. I'm blessed to not be in the situation, but
All right,
also
I'm bored of the conflict. All right, listen, I'm gonna be dodging. I'm going to be dodging tear gas the entire time I'm out in California, so I don't know if I really want to do much more of that right now. Now, obviously, he did follow that video up. Well, he did that after his Rogue Ally announcement video,
Nicholas,
and a few
the
videos
goat.
before he
I
asked
appreciate
Pokimane if she's still committed to the relationship. We will be watching this, but later. I do have to tease you guys. So after he finished talking about ice and explaining everything, he challenged Witchcraft to a battle and then survived. So that's good.
I recommend
that's very
watching
good.
Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
What did he say about liquid glass? I don't know, dude.
Commentary Civil War Nick.
Hey,
You're
Shelbo99
leaving
here
while
back
it's
with another
brewing.
video, and in
Soon
this video
General
today,
Tommy
guys,
B will hyena laugh at Chud and Kuhimon for 30 years as a bee.
I can't wait, dude. I actually can't wait. Dude, so far, the update for the commentary Civil War is I still haven't seen anything inside the Discord server. I noticed that our, like, subreddit got brigaded, kind of, by people who are... I mean, I guess they're going to talk about it, because it's also, like, a Tommy C subreddit, but there's, like, people who've never posted there before who are, like, jumping on and... Dude, it's... The non-tent wave is hitting us hard right now. I cannot... I'm going to be so sad that next week I'm going to be at VidCon. It would be such a huge shame. I'm not going to be able to cover all this for the tens of viewers who are interested in whatever's happening over there. Is Shelbo okay? He's in a hospital? He's actually probably at his safest right now. But this is his 40-second review of Liquid Glass.
We're talking about the new iOS.
What the fuck?
We'll be talking about the new iOS.
Holy shit, dude. Dude, Apple's trying to hold the man down. What the fuck happened?
I'm here back with another video, and in this video today, guys, we'll be talking about the new iOS has been getting better and better as time has gone on.
Wait, what? Dude, he starts to review the fucking product. All of a sudden, like, the fucking Matrix glitches in and he starts glazing Apple. What just happened? Wait, that's such a weird cut.
Hey, Shelbo99 here back with another video, and in this video today, guys, we'll be talking about...
Like, as soon as it goes back, all of a sudden he's talking about how great Apple is.
The new iOS has been getting better.
Dude, imagine that happened to, like, Marquez Brownlee while he was reviewing it. And he's like, this is ugly. This looks ridiculous. I can't believe it. Did a 15-year-old fucking build this new interface? They're going to ruin Apple forever. And then all of a sudden it just cuts out and he's like, I love Apple. Apple has been doing great recently. Their new phones are amazing.
And better as time has gone on. I'm going to be honest, I'm still an Android guy using Samsung as my...
It glitches back again and he's holding a brand new iPhone in his hand.
Device of choice. Because I feel that Samsung has a lot more customization and a lot more optimization when it comes to their software. Seamless.
Dude, what the... Dude, that was a seamless transition. That was great. I love that.
Design.
Dude, that was the best video I've ever watched in my life, dude. I love this. I gotta give that I'm gonna be the second guy to give that an upvote. That was a great video. Thank you so... I wasn't gonna show that as part of the intro. Unfortunately, I was gonna show you a Bowblax segment instead. I know. This is our little intro doodah for the day. Bowblax and Tipster had a SmackDown level brawl, okay, over Pride Month. Because again, when I get back, Pride Month is almost over. We have to celebrate with the boys, the girls, and the thems, all right? Happy Pride Month. We're going to be doing some Pride Month content right now by going over Bowblax's history of Pride. The YouTube comments are not happy that I wish everyone a Pride Month. Happy Pride Month in a community tab post. Stop it. Get some help. This ain't it, bro. Happy Men's Mental Health Month. Stop it. Get some help. Unsubbed. So Bowblax queued in on like 5 negative comments because, let's be honest here, there were probably only like 7 total. So usually there'd be like a larger sample size and like 5 negative comments. But then Tipster came in to remind him that Bowblax was like literally never an ally to these people ever. And he's kind of just changed his position now recently because it affects him personally, as is most of the things going on in Josh's life. You spent the majority of your career pandering to edgelords, many of which are anti-woke far-right freaks. And now that you're out as non-binary, you expect them to respect you. Welcome to the harsh reality, bro. You built this audience and now they have zero respect for you, which is actually pretty fucking true. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty true. That's pretty true. Yeah, that's true. It's pretty true. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty true. Yeah, that's true. I pulled this comment up, and I don't think there's anything on planet Earth that explains Bowblax's position on non-binary people better, okay? I had quoted this because I had like, dude, the power of Christ compelled me. When I saw him crying about Pride Month, I needed to remember the time when he apparently was still non-binary, and he chose to do this when Aiden said he made new non-binary friends.
Some non-binary people this year.
Okay, you did Aiden just go to like fucking TrannyCon or some shit? And
No, a lot of. All right, okay.
Big happy Pride Month from Bowblax.
I forgot about that.
All right, we're new topic. Everyone.
Okay, my bad. My
New
bad.
topic.
My bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, the dude is like literally like the craziest hypocrite I've ever seen.
All right, buddy.
Okay, my mind. If I can say my mindset, maybe.
No, can we just
I was
go on
just
to
thinking of a short term for that because VideoCon, VidCon,
Yeah,
I don't know. So I was thinking of a short term, but that was probably
I was thinking
not.
of a convention for gay people, and I just said F-slur con.
That would have been shortened. That would have been shortened. That would be.
While
like,
we're all
extended.
here, I do actually have something to tell you on that.
What did I say in this? Don't let Bowblax name the Black Convention.
Don't let Bowblax
my
pick out the
God.
name from. Do not let Bowblax name the Black Convention.
Oh my god! No.
Dude, in a parallel universe, he just dropped the hard R in this tweet. If Aiden said that I made a couple of black friends at VidCon, in a parallel world, Bowblax just drops the hard R right there and then. Holy shit, dude. So, coming from this, though, Bowblax chimed back in. So he made this Jalen video, Go Woke for Trans You. He thinks that Zelda is too woke. Oh, guys, look, Bowblax is a great ally. He even criticized, Check's Notes, Synthetic Man. Synthetic Man is such a lolcow. Even conservative content creators make fun of Synthetic Man. Even people who are considered right-wing by political people are like, they don't like Synthetic Man either. Synthetic Man is a fucking loser. That's a pretty easy slam dunk. Sneeko and the quartering meltdown at pro-trans. Was this before or after? Is this before? Oh, wait, no, this is... I was wondering, this is an anti-Keem video. Ethan Klein, slander goon, attached... What the fuck is that thumbnail? Dude, what the fuck is that thumbnail? Dude, how is it green? Dude, I've had my shit demonetized. This is a fucking video. It's 74,000 views. And Rich Lux is Fjorlux in this video, dude. Fjorlux. Holy fuck, dude. Why is he a fucking Nazi? Holy shit. People say we don't need AI art. Well, I might actually improve it. Why did he stretch Def Noodles' face to be longer? Did he run out of hair? Like, what is this thumbnail? And then Tipster posted, Tipster's new pronouns are large/meal, doing an entire stream on Tipster changing his pronouns just before he came out himself. Rainbow Passage Doggy 911 roleplay director is Tipster approved. That's a title. Holy shit. Tipster is into bears now. Apparently Tipster wants to fuck animals. That's part of his pansexuality or whatever. Tipster supports creepy trans slumber party cults, Rainbow Passage. And then Tipster goes, good job privating some of the more egregious videos, by the way. But if you really want to run and hide from your past, you might want to hide all of them. So then Tipster messages me and he goes, listen, Nick, I don't like leaking DMs. So anyways, he leaked the DMs, and now we can read what Josh really thinks. Because fuck it, dude. The intro stream segment needs to be fun. So Bowblax wrote, hold on, I'm sorry. We need some music to this. We need some music. Listen, guys. I am not doing any intercommentarial drama, all right? Only people who've been banished from the community are the people that I'm willing to cover. There we go. Let's get that perfect dark going, dude. There we go. All right, you absolute legends. I'm sorry that I hurt you to the point where you're comfortable going out of your way to lie about my content and my character. I hope you end up finding validation through in real life friends, family, self-improvement, instead of seeking it on Twitter and Discord. I wish you the best. Okay, so Anissa, for another example, Anissa, Ian, if you're watching, I don't know if you are, that's concern trolling. That is like hardcore, like, that is like concern. I'm actually going to coin it, all right? That's concern raping, okay? You didn't ask for it. You didn't approve it. You did not consent to it. But Bowblax is going to pretend he cares about you. That is so aggressive that I feel like that's the only way I can describe it. Dude, unprompted, all of a sudden Bowblax just concerns you, dude. It's holy shit, dude. Here we go. I don't have to lie. Oh, sorry. I don't have to lie. Everyone saw the content you made and stopped being a two-faced fraud. You apologize to me in private for the bully streams, and then you go on the smaller streamer's stream and reminisce on them as if they're good times. You've literally changed your opinion based on whoever you're talking to in the moment, and I've given you the most charitability, more charitability than you deserve, so I'm over it. Better of luck to you. Best of luck. I can't even read today. What the fuck? But I've given you more chances than anyone else would have in my shoes. You're on your own now. All right. It was good times for me, but
the guy, Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo.
But at your expense, which wasn't fair, and I'm sorry. I 100% understand your feelings, though, and I would probably be mad if I heard that, too. The lie that I was talking about is me having private videos on you. They're all still public. And my videos patter to all
Nicholas, the goat. Thank you for the $5.
Some of the stuff that you may have done, some of my stuff on you may have done that unintentionally, but I've made an effort to change my channel LGBTQ friendly for years. So it was a bit insulting to have you say that I intentionally pander. Regardless, I think it's best if we never speak again. Sorry for everything I ever did to you.
Can I say something to you, Nick?
You did private some of the videos. As an example, the video where you shit on me for supporting nominal Naomi over breastfeeding is no longer on your channel.
Can I say something to you, Nick?
I supported her because far-right freaks were attacking her, and you mocked me for it. Made it seem like it was a fetish for me. And now that the video is gone, now that video is gone. So don't lie to me and tell me that you didn't private anything. I've already established that I'm done with you because you haven't changed and you're just as dishonest as you've always been. And I'm done trying to help someone who refuses to change.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio.
I feel the same way about you, to be honest, but I'd prefer to not fight about it because obviously we won't see eye to eye on this. I think it's best if we just both move on. Dude, the divorce is happening right now in stream. I was nothing but good to you when we were friends. I had your back so many times. And even when we had our call with Keffels, I felt genuine empathy for you when people felt like I betrayed you. Hence why I reached out to you at the time, and you lied to me. You said we were fine. Then, when you got support, you changed your tune and allowed the attack on me to continue. So explain to me, what needs to change? I have been nothing but honest and forthcoming with you, and all you've done is lie, constantly, to everyone. And one more thing, nobody believes your bullshit claim that Nick is comment cop. I've had my own issues with Nick, but that's a load of bullshit, and you know it. Sorry, I refuse to let you or anyone else gaslight me. That's the only thing I've lied about was me being Manchihi that one time. Bullshit. Look, I'm over this shit. Don't bother responding. You're on your own. I think I missed one. There was one in here that I didn't see. I think I actually just completely missed one. Where's the, Yeah, this one. This is actually an important one. I don't know why I missed this. Here. Bleep boop.
Is this really lolly?
There it is. Dude, here we go. Here. I never attacked you since our last fall, or maybe it was still summer. Any attack was unintentional. The fact that you're even mentioning Nick being comment cop here is part of why I still think you have a lot more self-improvement. You're just adding things that are irrelevant to me and trying to get another dig. That behavior was that we developed from being in commentary drama, and I hope you could move past it at some point. You're completely missing the point. My argument is that you're a compulsive liar, and your word doesn't mean shit. Nicholas, and you have no one but yourself to blame for that. That's on you. Just admit it. You lied. You wanted to get back at Nick, so you lied. Cut the bullshit. Yeah, I'm actually not gonna let anyone gaslight me. I'm sorry.
I just saw Keffel's tweet.
Dude, what a fucking loser. Tipster mogged, dude. Tipster mogged him, bro. Bowblax is for any other insult that I've ever thrown at Bowblax, he is acting very womanly in these messages. So I'm not going to say anything bad about his character or their character. Holy fuck! He really thinks I'm comment cop. I think that Bowblax is like literally one bad day away from being Shelbo.
I really like you.
Why? Unironically, I think that he'll be in a padded cell by the next year. I think that's New Year's will bring a lot of things, a lot of stuff to this community, a lot of content for the drama people or whatever. I think it's going to bring Bowblax to a padded room. Does anybody here ever, we never cover this subreddit in particular. Do you guys ever go on r/YouTube? r/YouTube is like impossible to navigate. There's no way you could even farm it for content, if we're being honest. It like r/YouTube drama has drama on it, and you'd think that r/YouTube would be kind of similar. Maybe it would have more like regular topics. The only thing r/YouTube is karma farming for fucking like, we hate ads. The ads will defeat us or whatever. I saw one post there the other day. They were complaining that channels that don't have 1,000 subscribers are limited by how many people can view the stream.
What's the name of the guy?
Did you know this? And the whole thing was a bunch of like small YouTubers and children being like, YouTube hates their audience. Oh god, they don't want small streamers to fucking survive. They don't want to share the bandwidth with everyone. And it's like, dude, they're doing that so people don't post ISIS beheadings and porn and stream them to like 1 million people or like crypto scams. Like, it's so obvious why YouTube wouldn't want a brand new account that hasn't hit the partner fucking program, that hasn't even surpassed 1,000 subscribers to be streaming to 100,000 fucking people. Like, you can't possibly think of a reason why that would never happen.
I really like
in 1 million years, why they wouldn't want something like that. Holy shit, it's actually fucking crazy, dude. Augie, they slandered my good name and banned me when I joined the conversation. Do they really? Tipsters in the chat saying happy Pride Month. But yeah, this one is like, dude, I gotta read this because I need, dude, we have any America type music here? American National Anthem, acapella. Is that what we, yeah, we need this. Here we go. No, not acapella, that's the opposite, instrumental. All right, here we go. Dear YouTube, you will never win. This is the losing battle. The power is always with the people who come to your site and the reason that you are still around. People are not gonna pay for your overpriced premium. If you spent more time on making your site better instead of starting a war with the people who made you, you might have a few premium members. One of the saddest lessons in history is this: we've been bamboozled long enough. We are no longer interested in finding out the truth. The bamboozle has captured us. It is simply too painful to acknowledge, even to ourselves, that we've been taken. Once you give a charlatan power over you, you almost never get it back. Hashtag rockin' block. Hashtag ads make me sad. 200 upvotes, bro. Holy shit, dude. Honestly, just buy premium, fucking loser. Holy shit. I'm about to go fucking $5 on these fucking people, dude. Listen, if you're too lazy to find another ad blocker after YouTube tries to purge the previous one, which, by the way, up until this point, you just gotta find a new ad blocker. I don't care if you use ad block, but if you're gonna get fucking mad and start throwing your hands up and say the site's gonna fail because like 150 Redditors can't let it go, all right, just get another ad block or buy premium. Who gives a fuck, dude? I mean, I don't want to read it about it anymore. You don't want to read ads. I don't want to read 50 threads on how YouTube has fucking ads on it. Holy shit. I'm trying to find news for the stream, and it's like, there's some guy popping up every single day being like, you know, I got 2 ads in a row, right? The funniest shit on the planet Earth is that nobody knows how ads work. Yeah, they could be automatic, but when you get like 4 ads in 10 minutes...
Nicholas, the GOAT.
That's not YouTube, motherfucker. That's me. No, I'm kidding. But like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't know that YouTubers can set their own mid-rolls, and they did for years. They think that YouTube is putting 40 ads on a 10-minute video. No, asshole. That's your favorite YouTuber. You have no idea how it works. Dude, they're like, YouTube sucks. Bro, Markiplier's putting the ads in the video. Jacksepticeye was putting the ads in the video, okay? You go into YouTube Studio and you select exactly what timestamp, and sometimes they double stack them. So maybe 2 go in a row and you think the fucking site broke, okay? That's how ads work. It's not YouTube, motherfucker. It's the guys. They're doing it. Twitch has 10 times more ads. The funny part is, I think Twitch actually has, like, didn't they defeat ad block like years ago? Can you use ad block on Twitch? I turned mine off a while back because if you tried using ad block on Twitch, it would just play the ads. Didn't they embed them directly into the stream? I'm almost positive that they figured out ads over there. You can. Brave ad block on Twitch worked. I gave up. I literally gave up. I sat through ads on that site. That's why I always streamed. When I was reacting to people, I always use YouTube. And I have no problem if people use ad block on my videos. I use ad block on other people's videos because I'm a fucking streamer. I'm actually so fucking Giga Chad based. I have ad block and premium, dude. I'm not getting rid of it. I am not getting rid of it, folks, okay? I'm keeping my ad block to go with my premium, all right? That's the only way to do it. All right, guys, let's get started. So we've got a couple of interesting things today. Just use Brave. I'm not using Brave web browser. That browser sucks balls, dude. Fuck you, Augie. You and your Brave web browser. Your soy browser. What are you browsing on there, Augie? What are you browsing on there, dude? You browsing fucking women? You swiping on there, Mr. Incel? Dude, one day Augie's gonna get exposed for having a wife and half his audience is gonna leave. The audience that you cultivated will not allow you to become happy. I'm just kidding. Dude, I'm gonna out Augie for having a girlfriend at VidCon. That's the play. Holy shit, dude. When are you streaming, motherfucker? Get on stream, bro. Not on this one, but get on stream. I'm trying to watch some Augie on my flight, you know? But yeah. Oh, the other someone's like, Nick, you're a developer. How can you survive with that shit take? Actually, I'm going to double down on things that are going to make people mad today. Gears of War has supposedly made a thing where you could selectively choose to play no crossplay with consoles, or crossplay with PC. And I think that's amazing, and I don't care what you think. Mr. PC Master Race over here, which, by the way, my PC can bench press you, but Mr. PC Master Race is over here fucking crying that, like, oh no, my game, I'm not going to be able to play with anybody in 3 months. Dude, if your PC was so good, maybe there'd be enough people to play, okay? Oh, what the hell? All the people play on Xbox and PlayStation? Well, it doesn't seem like your ecosystem's so very good now, does it? I don't want Mr. Hacker 459 coming in and no-scoping me across the fucking map because the anti-cheat's not working. I want to play with my fucking console, people, on my fucking console in my walled garden, all right? If I have the option to turn off crossplay, I will. Every single time. Dude, you try playing Call of Duty with PC players? That shit's broken as fuck. I'm not doing that shit. Bro, I went on Black Ops 3 the other day. I had to watch a Mr. T Lexify video to find out if they got my credit card number. Okay, no, none of these people are supporting these fucking games. I can't even play Black Ops 3 Zombies on PC without somebody getting my fucking social security number. Fuck that shit, dude. So yeah, that's my stance on that. Anyway, yeah, that's a niche example. That's not necessarily the fairest one, but yeah, that was a thing that happened with Black Ops 3, dude. There was a fucking exploit. They'd gain control of your computer. Dude, they were stealing your browser cookies to log in automatically as you on their computer because they logged in on Black Ops. It's in every old COD game. Yeah, dude, you make the mistake because your friend told you that PC is so fucking awesome. So you go out and you spend, what is Starforge's newest PC now? I've been promoting this company. I didn't realize that when the new graphics cards came out, their new high-end PC is $7,000 now, apparently. But let's say you buy your $7,000 Starforge PC. You sit down and you're like, you know, I've been watching custom zombies since I was like a little kid. How fun would it be to fire up World at War and go play some of those original custom zombies maps that I saw when I was like 7 or 8? And then boom, they've got your social security number. Uh-oh, somebody's opening a bank account. Uh-oh, where's all my money, dude? Oh, dude, my friend told me PC gaming is great, and now they've got my house. Uh-oh, you're doxxed. My intro tidbit is a bit depressing. I've got struck. Yeah, this channel's got a copyright strike on it now. I'm actually surprised I'm able to stream. For some reason, the guy who complains about everybody not understanding the copyright system. Yo!
Do you have monkey
Thank
pox?
you!
No.
No one I know likes hockey, but you and my cousin just won the Calder Trophy. This is good news. Also, just got home from being in
Really?
the hospital in time for stream.
Huh. That's crazy. That's actually insane. Thank you very much. I literally said strike, and all of a sudden somebody gave me money. That's crazy. That's insane how that works on YouTube.
Nicholas!
I'm not going to fearmonger over this. I'm not going to give you like
$5,
some crazy story or whatever and tell you my whole life is in jeopardy and my way of life as we know it will end. This is an absurdly weird scenario here. I got a copyright strike from the Australian government. This is from the Queensland court system, who I guess didn't like my reaction to the Billy Mitchell trial results. I gotta be real with you, this is a first for me. I've really never seen this before. I was kind of surprised I could even stream today, considering this happened last night. The reason why the link went up so early today was just me testing if I could go live. And it appears we're not dropping frames, they're not kicking me out, so we're good to go. It wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world if I got a week vacation.
I really like you.
Why? That just would have meant I go on vacation 3 days earlier. I would have been okay with that, but that's not how it works for copyright strikes. I'm stupid. I haven't had to deal with one of these in a while. So I personally think that this is fair use. It's this video. It's the first video from the Billy Mitchell saga. So it's the one where I found out on the night that, and we watched parts of
watching Nicholas DeOrio
Billy's court ruling. Now, this is a PSA to YouTubers. I think I know how to stop them from striking you, but it already might be too late for some people. I shot out messages to everybody last night. If you guys don't know about the commentary war that's going on right now, I actually don't blame you. It seems like a lot of noise and a waste of time. I DM'd Tommy, I DM'd Queeman, I DM'd Chud Logic, I DM'd Mudahar, everyone. Everyone I knew who put this on their thing, I wanted everyone to know that you need to, like, figure your shit out with this fucking... I DM'd every side of the commentary war to let them know that, like, you could get fucking copyright strikes for this. I had to go through, I removed any time the judge was mentioned, but supposedly, if you're a YouTuber who has uploaded anything of the judge or the ruling, all you have to do is put in the Creative Commons 4.0 license and then source the state of Queensland, and apparently that will keep them from striking your video. I'm sorry, it's just simply... That's what it said on the website. Their website has a whole copyright tab. I probably should just pull that up right now. Queensland court copy. Obviously, I didn't look at this because I assume the stuff that I'm doing is fair use. and I get to be clear, I think it is. I'm not kneeling down to the copyright people here, but we kind of have to kneel down to them because it's literally the court. So I'm not going to go to fucking copyright war with the court. So we're going to have to kneel on that one. But apparently here, you're free to use copyright material on or through the website that's covered by CC license and lines of license term. You must keep the copyright notice on the copyrighted material attributed to the state of Queensland and the source of the copyright material. So they say you can literally just reproduce shit, I guess. Unfortunately, the person whose abridged video I watched was also... Their video appears to also have been struck down. I don't think that I'm the only one that got hit. I just think that I'm the only one that you guys know that got hit. And I appreciate that my friends weren't also hit. I sent them an email. Apparently, you can just contact that email that they give there. And within 10 days, they might get back to me. But I'm not filing a counter notification on the courts of Australia. That's a little ridiculous. We got struck twice this week. We got struck on Twitter by Bad Empanada, who clearly just wants my information to dox me. And then we got struck by the courts of Queensland. I feel kind of, like I'm ready to, you know, throw some punches and go to war, but I don't necessarily see a incentive for me to do either of those, or do that in either of these situations. It kind of just seems like I don't really have an option here, other than to just send them an email and hope that they'll just remove it. CC requires attribution. Yeah, but it's not a re-upload. Like, it's not like a... I'm not posting their thing as like a segment or whatever.
What's the name and just of reposting the guy,
it.
Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo.
There's also the
Mr.
question
Oreo.
as to whether Australian court or Australian rulings and Australian copyright laws come into play with YouTube stuff, because obviously if there'd be a lawsuit, it would be here. It would be in the United States under like the United States copyright rules. And I think in that case I'm fine, but I don't really know how it works, and I'm not really going to pretend to be knowledgeable on it. I'm not going into a legal battle, so I'm not going to research it. Just seems kind of shitty. That's all I'll say.
A big shout out to Nicholas DeOrio.
I mean, it's not. We didn't watch the full nature of the work. We paused consistently, provided criticism, input, referenced old situations to add like value to the content. I think that we did everything that could qualify for it becoming fair use. So it's unfortunate the way that it went down. Hopefully they choose to put it back up, but I don't know. I'm not going to hold my breath on that one.
Can I say something to you, Nick? I really like you.
Realistically, you don't need any of that. I've removed any / all judge footage from all these videos, but you can get all the Carl Job stuff from these 4. I don't see a reason to go republish the first one. We covered the one thing of value again in the most recent video, so there's not really much missing here. This is basically the whole story. You just got my initial reaction to the judge ruling that you're now missing. Otherwise, I think these Carl videos and that video alone would probably get you everywhere you have to go. If you look up the judge's name on Google, one of Carl's fans has a top result article. Really? I mean, I still think the judge is based, and I think the court is cool for posting that online. It's just kind of unfortunate how it went down. History now lost to time. Well, I mean, if you're one of the people who are uploading my full stream VODs without my permission, despite me asking you not to, you might want to remove those parts as well. I wouldn't want to see your channels get fucked over, so yeah, I guess you should probably go back and remove those too, but for the meantime, you might be able to find those segments on the channels that clip me. I say clip, it's full re-uploaded VODs. But I recommend they take that down. I recommend they take it all down, but I also recommend they take that part specifically down so their channels don't get hurt. Because we're not in the business of putting anybody out of business. Anyway, another little intro tidbit aside from the strike. I actually got one of these. Who here bought one? Who here went to LolCow and purchased one of these? I don't know what just happened, but I don't... Dude, why does this not do this automatically anymore? Streamer mode. There we go. Sorry. Who purchased one of the Billy Mitchell Keemstar Edition hot sauces from lolcow.com? I think they might still be available. Let me check right now for you in real time. There are only 200 of these. They are hand-signed by both Keemstar. Thank you.
If only they could be bees.
Yeah, if only they could be
Maybe
bees.
seek some reparations since it's June. Jokes aside, keep the great stuff up. And don't let this get ya down, bee honeybee rainbow flag.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, you can actually still buy this. I'll put the link in chat right now. There are probably not many left. If you want to purchase the limited edition Keemstar autographed, Billy Mitchell autographed, LolCow Live Edition hot sauce, this is the way to do it. Experience a legendary heat that started it all with Ricky's world-famous hot sauce. Originally created in the 1980s by William Billy Mitchell at the iconic Ricky's Restaurant and Lounge in Hollywood, Florida, this authentic recipe has been closely guarded secret for decades. Now available in the special edition label created in collaboration with Billy Mitchell and Daniel Keemstar Keem for fans of the LolCow universe. Each bottle comes personally signed by both Billy Mitchell and Keemstar, making this a true collector's item. This isn't just another hot sauce. It's a piece of culinary history with serious heat credentials and authentic signatures from 2 internet legends. It makes it special. Ricky's boasts the highest percentage of true pepper mash in any hot sauce on the market, delivering an intense, authentic flavor that stays true to the original restaurant recipe. Whether you're adding fire to your favorite meal or need the perfect condiment while enjoying your favorite shows, Ricky's world-famous sauce brings the heat every time. Collector's value. Each bottle features an authentic signature from both Billy Mitchell and Keemstar, making this the limited edition release perfect for collectors and fans alike. Yeah, okay, I think we get the point. It's a limited edition hot sauce. If you want to buy it before it sells out, we might literally sell them all here. I'm making no money off of this. I'm just alerting my fans. If you want to own a crazy meme bottle of awesome potential, you could purchase Ricky's right now. I actually bought a Ricky's hot sauce for the King of Kong the other day. I'm gonna have 3 bottles next to each other.
Can I say
And my
something to you,
code Nick
I
still
really like
worked, but it's not my
Why?
code. It's just a code with my name on it. I don't get any money for it. Code Nick worked on the actual site. I don't think it works here. But yeah, we don't have a current sponsorship with Billy Mitchell. We probably won't. Considering I'll probably get like attacked for it, but I think this is hilarious, and I'm gonna have all 3 of these. What I'm gonna do is I'm using the hot sauce. People are asking like, are you gonna keep this thing sealed? Hot sauce goes bad, so I'll probably use the hot sauce and make sure the container like stays clean, and then I'm gonna fill it with like kinetic sand or something. I imagine like red kinetic sand. After I'm done with it, and then put it on display, like clean it out. That way there's no fucking weird bugs and shit. You know, like there's always that one person in college. I bet Turkey Tom was that kid who just like fucking puts monsters on, like the empty monsters on their shelves, and then it gets fucking filled with Asmongold bugs. You want to make sure this shit's clean if you're gonna display anything that previously housed like food product in it. Am I wrong? Do you think that Tom didn't have bugs crawling out of his monsters? Just like Movie Bob. Did Movie Bob have? Is Movie Bob the monster, like the bug monster? Holy shit, dude. There's always a bug monster. I just assumed it would be Tom because he had like a monster thing. He said he did on the pod? Really? I didn't even remember that. But yeah, so you can get these hot sauces. I think they're funny. I recently got 2 more collectible trading cards of Billy Mitchell that are autographed, so we're actually becoming more powerful by the day. I think I have a picture of that here that I can pull up. Now, by the way, I have reached out to, what's his name? Who's the other guy with Billy? Dude, my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Look at these things, dude.
No way!
Yes, dude! Thank you! You're funding me becoming powerful!
KFC in Yemen!
Wow, Mr. Lips. Fence riding on the war, are we? Hashtag
Yes.
pick a side. Gawk chasers or kooky veterans.
I think that the war is everybody having way too much time on their hands. It's the Great War being fought on the battlefield of like, I don't care about Ethan Klein anymore and I'm lashing out. That's the Great War of I'm way too fucking bored right now. Something's got to break. Yeah, I don't know. We have a new spot in our Discord for it. If you want to talk all about the commentary war, you can go down to the soy community drama tab. We're like hoarding them all in there, and you guys can talk as much about it as you humanly want. I have muted the tab, and I get no notifications if you put like at me in there or whatever. It's literally just there to move everybody out of the other chat rooms. So if you want to go into the soy community drama non-tent tab, you can talk all about the community shit. Otherwise, I got a show to do. So let me tell you more about my Billy Mitchell trading cards, chat. I actually reached out to Walter Day and his trading card thing to purchase the Tipster card.
I recommend
supposedly
watching Nicholas DeOrio.
this is
latest video.
I read online that if
Can
you
we get a
email
wiggler
Walter
of
Day,
Nick cosplaying as Anissa Joma?
no, actually you can't. But thank you. I reached out to Walter Day's email thing that he has, and he might actually do it. I've heard if you email him, he'll send you the trading card. So I'm trying to purchase a Tipster card, and I would love to get that thing signed and have like a Tipster one to go with these 2 Billy Mitchell cards, because Tipster is apparently a video game champion Hall of Fame museum superstar, but I don't know what year he was, but he was a superstar. And I'm trying. I got like his card number, and I sent it to Walter Day. So hopefully that will be sent back to me. That would be amazing. Who wants a cheater on their card or hot sauce? Excuse me. Tipster got his fucking thing fair and square. Now, other things might have happened to Tipster since he was a video game all-star.
Nicholas!
All right?
The goat.
Tipster might have
Thank
said
you for
some
the
things.
$5,
Oh, can we
my
just get a fucking Tipster moment here? Certified big Tipster moment. I actually fucking died on today's most recent video. Did anybody see this? Did anybody start patrolling the comment section? I got this as a text message because when a verified person sends a message, it like fucking texts my phone for some reason. And Tipster is verified still for the meantime. Thank you, Tipster. He wrote me under the Mudahar video, and he wrote, "Why is Muda such a beta male? Like, sure, I'm a sensitive person myself, but I'm an F-slur. What is his excuse?" I've never seen somebody, like, he took blood on this. He mauled him. Is this not, like, the most embarrassing Mudahar moment ever? Holy shit, dude. I love when Tipster just comes in and fucking mollywops somebody. Just brute forcing his fucking... He's a force of nature. Tipster's a force of nature. Tipster has, like, reverted back to where he was weeks prior to the falling out in this community. Have you guys noticed that? Like if Tipster gets into drama, nobody like jumps in or says anything. But when Tipster writes something funny, everyone's like, "Yo, look at this, dude! Tipster's here." It's like he's literally like slotted right back into the week before the controversy, and I'm here for it. I think this is hilarious. That was fucking great. So yeah, that's the update on the Billy Mitchell stuff. Now I did find this recent clip on Yeet's profile. I did some real deep digging here to find it, and I did some research. I found Yeet's Twitter profile, and he has this crazy new clip where Hassan Piker outlines his future strategies in drama with Ethan Klein. And it is just so, it's such an easy watch. It is such an easy thing to watch.
Personality disorders. I think he is a narcissist. I mean, when you watch that video, the narcissism rage at CoffeeZilla was insane because his video.
I imagine this is Logan Paul, right? The narcissism rage at CoffeeZilla. Dude, my hottest take is that the Logan Paul initial response to CoffeeZilla was kind of based. Like he just came, I mean, he's still wrong, but he came back and he just started dropping like reply. I think Logan Paul's phone replies where he looks like a TikToker and he's just like, nope, this is actually wrong. This guy sucks. I think those were good. And then he like sued and he like blew all the, blew any like positive things that I could have possibly said about him completely out of the water. And now I think he's a huge pussy again.
Video was just,
I mean, it's posturing now. If you're going to court.
Why is Pyrocynical looking so masculine in this? Dude, Pyrocynical is looking the most fucking Giga Chad I've ever seen him in this clip.
So wrong about everything.
Yeah, but listen, if we've learned anything about the court of public opinion,
that's XQC. Oh shit, my bad, dude. Fuck, you're right.
Is deny. If you let on any kind of, you know, I should apologize for this, then the mob, then the horde has something to latch their teeth into. If you go with the Donald Trump school of medicine, no, you're simply wrong. What do you think you see in court? People go, oh.
Jesus, broke into a fucking good Trump impression right there. What the hell?
There might be something to that.
Yeah, Why can we understand him? Oh, I'm sorry, I had the translate feature on Twitter. I activated the AI translate. They have a new feature on YouTube where you can auto dub your videos to different languages. I think my channel has it now. I haven't tested it. I got an email saying like your auto dub is ready, so like you can watch me in Spanish now or something. That would be great. If anyone has a good clip of me in Spanish, that would be fantastic. But yeah, you can auto dub this, so XQC's like fucking disabled whatever has been fucking converted back to English.
You deny, you deflect, and then you counterattack.
What do you do? I'm sorry, Hassan. What did you do?
Deny, you
wrong. What do you think you see in court? People go, oh, there might be something to that.
Yeah, you deny, you deflect, and then you counterattack the person who like launched this investigation on you, and you try to claim that like there's a hidden bias there. And most lizard brain dipshits who like love you unconditionally will go, oh, finally I have an out to defend this person.
Dude, this is like insane. He just said it all out loud, dude.
Right?
Personality disorders.
That's like, isn't that not fucking insane? Is that clip not amazing in current day? Holy shit. I want to show you more about Yeet, but it's all about like the Las Vegas fucking riots right now. And like people robbing fucking Apple stores and shit. Like it's all, oh, politics. I'm like quartering out right now. I sent Smaggle a text message. He wrote me that Matt Pat is like fucking, he's got like a CPAC now or something. What is that? He's got like a fucking, is a CPAC the thing you need that like my dad uses to sleep? Is a CPAP? What is that? No.
Can I say something to you, Nick?
An S-Pack?
I really like
what the fuck is it called? Why? I don't know. Matt Pat's in something, dude. Matt Pat and Pokemon, and I sent him a picture of the quartering, and I said, you made this political or something. I don't know.
I always do the possible.
Yeah, dude, he's in an S-Pack. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently he's in there. Dude, I gotta be honest with you. I'm going on a fucking plane to California next week, and can they stop rioting before I get there? Is that like a fair question to ask? If I have to go to LA, can you guys just stop? Because I only go like, I've gone to LA like once in like 4 years, and right now it's at war or something. Like the fucking military is there or whatever. YouTubers are getting fucking shot in Las Vegas over copyright disputes. I had 2 copyright disputes this week, and I'm going to LA. I mean, I'm not really feeling ultra safe right now.
Why is Hassan dressed like he's trying to attract bees in this clip? I thought he hates petty fresh fashion.
Just move your murderous YouTubers and your fucking
Can I say something?
Can you
to
move
Nick?
all the murderous
really like-
YouTubers and move all of the protests to like a week after I get there, and then we could just do this normally after? Like, just no killing anyone, no looting shit and blowing fucking cars up or something. I just got to get through the week, and then you guys can just keep going, you know? That's why God invented San Diego. If you go to San Diego, I've heard that if you take a hot air balloon over there, you literally
Is
just
this really
you just
Wally?
die. Like if you go high enough up in the air, the smog kills you. Is that true? I heard that they can't have hot air balloons because of all the fucking shit in the air. It'll like go on fire
Can I say
or
something to you,
something.
Nick? I really like you.
It's out of dude. If you go on a hot air balloon in fucking San Diego, the out of bounds warning from Warzone pops up, and then you get shot to death by like a fucking by the Guardians. You get killed by the Guardians. No, that's absurd. What do you mean that's absurd? I was being deathly serious, dude. So yeah, I don't know. Lots of interesting things are happening right now. Let's take up Beasel's Twitter. Beasel's still talking about YouTube drama. There we go. Thank you, Beasel.
Mr. Oreo.
This clip is me.
You're the Pope, dude. Just go over there like the Avatar and bring balance or something, lol.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna bring balance to the Force.
Goat. Thank you for the $5,
Dude,
man.
that's what I need to do. What I'm gonna do is, okay, I'm gonna go to Disneyland. I'm gonna buy an entire Jedi robe in the 90-degree weather of Los Angeles, and I'm gonna come out with Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber, and I'm gonna start bringing balance to the Force in the middle of the protests, and I'll get on the news. That'd be a great idea, dude. Thank you. That's how we're gonna do it. We'll be the peacekeepers, dude. We'll be Jedi. That's what we'll do. Do you guys remember? I think Vito was at like a protest a week before the VidCon that I went to, and he got like the shit beaten out of him. And they smashed his sign over his head or something. I might be remembering that much more aggressively than it actually happened. But I thought Vito had like a black eye at VidCon, and he was holding some stupid sign, and they crushed it. Based? I don't know if that's no. You're correct. Yeah, dude. Notice how Nick is not checking his content cop account. Unfortunately, chat, I didn't create like a fake fucking page on the screen that said I'm logged into Comment Cop, so I can't do a bit right now. A couple new clips in here. This is Alex Wasabi, fucking Wasabi man himself. Apparently he's like Spanish, but his name's Wasabi, so I had assumed he was Asian without seeing. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was like, oh shit, dude, that makes sense. And then, yeah, no, he's like fucking Spanish.
I'd like to give a big shout out to Nicholas DeOrio.
So how is it able to sell so many tickets?
Because everybody, this is so annoying to me. Why? Like, we're all popular. We all have our fans. They're gonna show up. We don't have to fake beef. We don't have to. There's a lot of people that are like, you have to do this. You have to talk crap. You have to do beef. It's entertaining. It's the only way to do it. Look at Creator Clash. 2 years in a row, pretty much sold out. Huge. This
dude. Oh my god. Creator Clash 2 is pretty much sold out. That's good news. This is great news. I can't believe we're hearing this for the very first time.
Creator Clash 2 has outsold Kingpin and this Misfit 6 put together.
How bad were the other two events? Dude, how bad was Misfit 6? Did I attend Misfit 6? What was Misfit 6? Hold on. Was I at that event? Boxing? I might have been at that event. I have no idea. I don't even know where it's. No, it was not that one. Nope. I don't know which Misfit was I at.
Combined, and we had no beef. We just had everybody being themselves. We had vibes, we had positivity, we had charity, and we weren't doing it for hundreds of thousands of dollars. We were all doing it for like pretty much for the amount to cover our training and 1% of the.
Oh my god, dude. Every time a fighter talks about the percentage they got from Creator Clash, it's just a different number. It's like nobody was prepped on the lie, so they all fucking go on stream and they're like, yeah, dude, I got 1%. Yeah, we only got our training. I don't think anyone got training the last time. I don't even know if I got training. They have no idea. They have absolutely no fucking clue. And it's some of the most embarrassing shit ever in hindsight.
Venue. Of the revenue.
Different number every time. Yeah, and that's like, if we had a bingo sheet for Creator Clash, like fucking promotional videos, that would be like the free space, is they all just have a different number.
That's it.
And how could we possibly not know, guys? Was it a bit obscured? Yes.
And so everybody's doing it. Positivity. We don't, why, I don't feel like there's only one way to do it. But a lot of people say, like to say this is how you
It's
do
like,
it.
guys, we're not buying a Model S Plaid, dude. We're getting a fucking Model 3, all right? We're getting a Model 3 long range, maybe even performance. Who knows?
A lot of fans like to say, "Oh, I didn't
If you want a Model 3 performance, go check out the link in the description, and you could buy yourself a code with my referral.
know about this. This is a dead card. Look at the crowd. Look how much money we've made for charity. Look how many pay-per-views we sold. Look at the sold out arena. Huge. It had to be. I don't.
Is the sold out arena in the room with us right now? I feel like we could fit the people who attended into my streaming space, but I don't know if the arena would fit in here. There was another one. Where is this? Now, apparently, Jayla Ray is complaining that she's getting clipped, and I wonder why.
I was trying to work out if it's rude to ask if you get paid for the boxing fights, but you said it's for charity, so I guess not. Oh, no, we get a purse, so I get reimbursed for my training. And then, I'm not sure, I just got my new contract. I need to read through it. I have yet.
Oh, yeah, guys, I haven't seen the contract yet, despite the fact that I claimed it was all the proceeds were going to fucking charity.
Signed, but I need to read through it. But we do get reimbursed for all of our fighting, and then they do cover our flights out.
Also, every time we hear about this, they either get 15K flat, 20K flat, or they get reimbursed at the end. So I don't know how the decisions are made. Obviously, Harley was paid in advance, and Lena was not. So Harley kept his money and Lena didn't. That's also obscure. We don't know how they choose and decide who gets the money up front.
For all of our fighting, and then they do cover our flights out there in our hotel. So, pretty cool. I'm not sure. I don't think... I gotta be careful what I say. People have been clipping my stuff.
Tweet.
And it's like, you literally just can Google it. They get 54% of the profits. In Creator Clash LA, the fighters get 54% of the profit. That's their percentage of the profit share. And that's not including the 15K purse they may have already gotten, or the 15K purse that they would be getting if they join right now. So they're getting $15,000 baseline and then 54% of the earnings. Oh, not the earnings, sorry. Sorry to any fucking accounting majors. 54% of the profits. That's what they're getting. Just donate directly to charity. I mean, that's what I've been saying the whole time. And again, oh, dude,
be more
1.3 to 3 million pirated Creator Clash 2.
Right.
I guess I just figured there'd be more people who wanted to support it. But I do honestly wonder how many people who bought it the first year saw
what's the name of the guy from Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo.
You know,
Mr.
tweeting
Oreo.
irresponsibly, to be honest.
Creator Clash as this generation's hate dies. Love arrives.
Wait, what? Oh, thank you, that was funny. FouseyTube reference.
I recommend
what do you
watching
mean?
Nicholas
Why, wait,
DeOrio's
tweeting
latest
irresponsibly? What does Anissa mean by that? Holy shit, dude.
Just figured there'd be
Yeah,
more
I can't go to war with the commentary community. I've been fighting the accounting majors for 3 weeks.
people who wanted to support it. But I do honestly wonder how
There's
many...
not even any accounting majors in my chat. I'm literally making them up to continue the argument. They're not even... There's nobody in chat saying these things. I hope you know when I'm reading something, I've made up the response.
Right.
I guess I just figured there'd be more people who wanted to support it. But I do honestly wonder how many people who bought it the first year saw people tweeting, and, you know, tweeting irresponsibly, to be honest, without all the information about...
Still, though, I don't think people care enough about, like, the... Like, it maybe justifies in their mind a little bit more to do the pirating.
Yeah.
But I don't think... I don't know.
3 million, they estimated it was 3 million people pirated the event.
Well, 1.3 or
1.3 to 3 million.
Okay, so we have a... Dude, you want to... Hey, Mr. Accounting Major, look at this standard deviation we're seeing right here. Okay? Between 1.3 and 3 million people, they might be off by literally double their fucking low estimate. That is like an insane fucking... That is a crazy range. I'm actually like, it's, yeah, huge variance. There's the right word. A huge variance. Holy fuck, dude. Like, where is this coming from? How could you know how many people were sitting in Discord rooms watching this? You know what I mean? They're not just going to links. I know for a matter of fact, there were multiple Discord servers that were just hosting this, and like hundreds of people were hoarding in to watch it. where are the calculations here to say, like, this is the reason why the event failed? An undisclosed amount of people pirated the event. It's somewhere in between big number and bigger number.
I felt like we did everything we could right, and we cared. And
I think I saw this podcast a real long time ago, but holy fuck, dude. We did everything right. We did everything we could.
We did everything we could right, and we cared. And like we, I felt like we.
It's a shame that those 3 quintillion people pirated the event. That was all money in their pocket. If the fucking dude, the amount of miles from my house to Palestine right now pirated this event.
We did everything we.
I don't even think we don't even have a calculus major who could put those numbers like in a way that we could understand them.
We could right, and we cared, and like we. I felt like we provided a fantastic product, and you sacrificed your body twice. You like really.
Wait a minute. Why does she word it that way, dude? Did anybody else just get the thought that I got? Did anybody else's brain just Did anybody's brain
Nicholas,
just fucking commit like
the goat? Thank you for the $5.
a cardinal sin? You've given your body for the cause.
I felt like we provided a fantastic product, and you sacrificed your body twice. You like really, we really believed in what we were doing.
This is iDubbbz's version of OnlyFans. Just getting punched in the face repeatedly and not fighting back.
And then to be greeted with pirating to the point where like we couldn't even pay back what we had like put on the table to put on the event.
Yeah.
Like was such a emotional gut punch that I feel like I'm never going to get over. Like the pirating.
We're never going to let you get over it. That's the fun part, Anissa. You might have guilt for the rest of your life, but we'll remind you why it's bad until then. Yeah.
Having websites up because people felt like we made the wrong decision.
Oh my god, you pirated? Fuck yeah, I pirated the first event. Are you serious? I texted Harley after he was done fighting. I said, hey dude, I just want to let you know I pirated your fight. But I remember what charity you told me to, that you wanted me to support, so I just sent them a full ticket price.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
I sent Harley's charity a full ticket price, and I sent Froggy's charity a full ticket price, but it wasn't like a significant amount of money. What it was more money than the entire event donated to charity. So I was feeling pretty fucking good.
Pulling someone to make sure that like not only charities didn't get money, but we lost money as like a punishment.
Well, I also wondered as well to like what extent
what's the name of the guy? Keemstar
None to the
Orbiter?
horses.
Nick
No, the
Oreo.
horses unfortunately
Mr.
got turned to
Oreo.
glue. Unfortunately, Nick didn't send any money, so the horses were all like, they were all put in a big fucking, you know, I don't know, like some big machine that squeezes them into glue. I don't know how horses get turned into that. How does that work? Do they put them in like a blender?
If the fighters got 35K each, just the bonus.
They just, dude, they just blend the whole horse like a McDonald's McNugget, and glue comes
How does that
out.
line up with any fighter profit split?
I'm sorry, what were you saying? I missed your donation.
On Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
They cut off the hooves. Sorry, I apologize. Yeah, they make sure not to put the hooves in there. That will mess up the process. That'll taint the glue. That's how you go from super glue to like gorilla glue. Wait, in gorilla glue, they take the horses and then they also put a live gorilla. They blend it together, and that becomes the glue. What the fuck is this stream, dude?
When it is the second year,
I know,
and
like,
it's a
people are
little
just
bit
ready
more
for
established
it.
because
Dude, Harambe wasn't actually a zoo animal. He was just next in line to become your second grade kid's fucking school supplies. I don't know what this fucking stream is, dude.
happen when it is the
New goal, please. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We did everything money as like a punishment.
Well, I also wondered as well to like what
I just saw
extent
Keffels tweet
does this happen when it
Nicholas
is the
DeOrio.
Keffels
second
appreciated the
year?
shout out.
I know.
And
Yeah,
Do
guys.
you think Anissa wanted to sleep with Hassan during the content cop filming?
No, I think Ian
She
did.
probably would have been turned down since Hassan only likes questionable German brothels.
Here's my hypothetical suggestion. I think that Anissa Jomha was wrong about Ian not being into pegging. I think she's just bad at it. I think that Ian has been in an emotional relationship with Hassan Piker. I base this off nothing. It's my pure unhinged fan fiction. I think that Ian has been emotionally cheating on Anissa with Hassan Piker the entire time with hopes of it going physical. Okay, this is just like completely psychotic. I'm sorry.
And
Like,
it's a
people are
little
just
bit
ready
more
for it.
established because people talk.
We did everything we could right.
Okay, all right. That's. I base that off of how funny it would be if it was true. To be clear, that's my research is how funny this whole thing would be if it was real.
Liking you and your freedom of speech thing in H3.
Cecil, I believe I have a clip of iDibs saying that one of them are cheating. Would you like it? If you have me on any social media, Cecil, then yeah, ping it my way.
Liking you and your freedom of...
I can't mod you because I think you'll ban half my chat.
Liking you and your freedom of speech thing in H3 dunking on SJWs was probably the most reactionary I ever was. I got pretty lucky. I went to college and immediately started dating a feminist, and it changed me for the better.
Oh god, dude. This is what he's appealing to right now. The people... Like, I don't have a problem if that's your lived experience. I have a problem that you've said it out loud. Like, thank God, dude. I went to college and I started dating a feminist, and now I understand.
Liking you...
Dude, that would be like if Bowblax turned around and said, listen, dude, after I started dating a black guy, I understood the struggle. And then I realized making that song was wrong or something. Like, that's the equivalent. That's the commentary equivalent.
Liking you and your freedom of speech thing in H3 dunking on SJWs was probably the most reactionary I ever was. I got pretty lucky. I went to college and immediately started dating a feminist, and it changed me for the better.
Yeah, that's like a huge...
You are a product of your environment.
Yeah. Yes.
Nicholas.
What?
DeOrio would say.
What? What? Wait, what? Wait, what? Whoa, what the fuck, dude? When was this clip taken? Wait, what? What is it? What? I didn't know that was coming. I had no idea wait, holy shit, go back? Yeah, okay, whoa.
Liking you and your freedom of speech thing in H3.
Has Nick ever actually said that? I have no idea. I gotta be honest with you. I just locked in on my name being said there. I was like, oh, he said Nicholas, so that would be funny if he was, and then he did.
Liking you and your freedom of speech thing in H3 dunking on SJWs was probably the most reactionary I ever was. I got pretty lucky. I went to college and immediately started dating a feminist, and it changed me for the better.
Yeah, that's like a huge...
By the way, that Iron Maiden shirt is badass. I'm sorry. Listen, guys, I might be a soldier of the H3 Fortune or something, right? Or whatever, I don't know. What Josh Pescator, soldier of... I'm not a military man. I'm a soldier of fortune. That's what I am.
You are a product of your environment.
Yeah. Yes.
Nicholas
DeOrio would say. Yeah, that's so funny. That's the only... That's a Dapper Man Gaming if I ever saw one.
When the fuck did I ever say that you're a product of your environment? I think in some cases that is accurate. I think that's... Sure. I don't know if I've ever said it, but I'm not like super against that position either. I do think that's like a huge contributing factor to why people believe certain things. Because if your whole fucking family is Republican, you're probably going to come up that way. Maybe you'll lash out, and maybe you'll like go down a different path when you're a little older. But I think whenever you have a huge Trump supporting family, a kid grows up, he's like 15, 16 years old. If he's not invested in politics, he's repeating what his dad said, you know? So yeah, in that way, I do think that people are a product of their environment. They listen and they take in things around them. They kind of huddle in together. But I don't remember that. Why are they quoting me?
300 Watt said, "What up, BBZ? Oh hell yeah! Thank you for the bits, 300 Watt. I'm glad there's a couple people like Willie Mac Show taking the piss out of the more heinous channels out there."
Man, I'm not a fan of that.
Holy shit! No way!
Yeah.
Commentary channels are dead, bruh.
Yeah. Isn't like...
Dude, what the fuck? I gotta grab this. Let me just quickly copy this, put this over, and download it. Beazle is good because his clips, Mr. Yeet, are not actually 420. Okay, this is not 720p either, but whatever. Download.
Liking you and your freedom of speech thing in H3 dunking.
Got it.
Nicholas!
That could be a cool
the
new dono
goat.
sound for when I get back.
appreciate that.
I can't believe that. I just got like fucking stealthed with an extremely funny meme. Holy shit. All right, we watched this one last time, so I think we're good to go. We're about ready to start our actual segment tonight. Is there anything else here? iDubbbz' editor did credit 4 different people for recording footage in his trailer. I don't know if these people worked for him or Real Good Turing.
Ian and Issa brought out his whole crew from France.
His whole crew?
So we've got... I didn't read stories, watch his clips. The whole crew. Yeah, all 200 of my ball sack hair. Sound production, broadcast, Austin Hall, Zach Vivens, or whatever the fuck his name is, Real Good Touring, Froggy Tonic, Will Cricken, and Joseph Carrera, who had the GoPro. Wow. I don't know, dude. This Creator Clash stuff. If you want to check out any more shit, Beazle keeps just dropping everything in here. These are Harley's DMs with Tommy C, where he at one point had said, where is it? Don't ever DM me an insult again. Oh, ticket sales and pay-per-view buys are in for the moment. It's bigger than Creator Clash 1. There's been a lot of talks about ticket sales, and I know we've had one back-and-forth interaction with Creator Clash 2 when you were saying, this event has sold more than the first one, and you're blowing some smoke up our ass the first time, but now...
No, did I ever clear what I meant?
You did clear that up, yes, you did clear it up.
Okay, because I went back and I looked at what I said. It was, at the time, it was outselling on pace, but they ended up selling ticket-wise fairly close, but Amalie Arena is so much bigger.
And more expensive.
More expensive.
Been a lot of... Yeah, so that was that. I think we are caught up when we saw the Denny's thing on the previous live stream. Hey, since you... Oh, yeah, we were checked out the Real Good Touring stuff. There's more stuff about Real Good Touring. You can really fucking dig into Aaron. I think that nobody's really done this yet. I think if there's any commentary YouTubers watching British Runner, it would be interesting to see about the horse therapy center, Aaron specifically. I understand that a lot of people like him. But unfortunately, I think this is some weird, sketchy shit. They were all involved for Creator Clash 1 and 2. Definitely Creator Clash 2. I believe Creator Clash 1. Like, the lunatics are still running the asylum. The people who are still involved with this event are partially responsible for the first event failing. So I think a bit of an investigation is warranted.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
There's a very good write-up in
Why
Stream
are they
Topics.
attributing that product of your environment saying to you?
Well, I'll need to research
That's a
that.
very
Some of that could probably be
popular,
pretty heavy.
typical saying.
That might be
And
on the
I've never
docket
even
before I
heard you
leave.
say it. They were acting like it was a popular catchphrase of yours, LMAO.
Do my iconic catchphrase. You're a product of your environment. Nick, say your iconic catchphrase. You're not wrong, Pepe Lag. I don't remember saying that, but part of that is also, I don't know where this clip comes from. This is before iDubbbz, like, shaved his head, right? He hasn't looked like this in quite a while. Well, there's no, like, weird pedo stash here, but he still has, like, the head, like, full head of hair. Like, this is a while ago. You probably said it before. Yeah, it depends on how many years ago this is from, you know? We're gonna take a look at the rape spectrum. Dude, you guys want to do URR, right? Ayala posted the whole rape spectrum live on Twitter. Wait, I'm blocked by Ayala? How? Why would she block me? She doesn't even know I did the segment yet. The rape, she did a survey. She did rape survey results. Oh, yes, dude. This is great. Ayala, the porn star, or whatever. Didn't Ayala, what was Ayala's gangbang thing she did? Ayala, I don't want to type in Ayala gangbang, but it was like, she did some, like, not a test, like an experiment. What was her gangbang experiment that she did? It was the flowchart? Yeah. I can't pull that up on stream. I don't know if it's a video. She kind of just like did a poll on the Ayala. Hold on. This is Ayala, just to be clear. Not to be racist, but she is a white woman. I feel like I didn't have to tell you that. I feel like that was kind of something you probably assumed. Here. There it is. There's Ayala. It's her. Putting a face to this list before we got there. I mean, this is like a terminally white thing that we're about to look at right now. For science. Yeah. I forgot her other controversy. It was very funny, though. So this is the rape spectrum survey results, how people rated the consent levels of various scenarios. A friend sent me a message last week asking if a dubious sexual encounter counted as rape or not. She didn't feel particularly upset by it, but other people were telling her it was rape, and she was confused how to handle it. I don't know either, so I did a quick survey. I made a guided track where I listed 19 different scenarios and asked people to rank them on a spectrum from not rape to rape, and the only answer for the word rape rape itself, regardless of how good or bad they find the situation otherwise. I posted the survey on Twitter and Reddit and on FetLife. After removing people who answered less than half of the questions and really suspicious answer sets, I ended up with 5,551 responses. 932 of these responses were cis women, 4,296 were cis men, the last 223 were non-binary or trans. The average reported age was 32. So this is the rape spectrum, green being least rape, and red being very rape, okay? So now we're going to go through all of these, and you're going to tell me if you agree with them. So a 12 on the rape scale is having sex with an unenthusiastic sex worker. Okay. That's where we're starting. I'm sorry, I didn't play the intro, guys. For the first time in URR history, we're actually reviewing the concept of rape. I know, crazy. It's like an insane thing that we're doing right now. So number 13 on the rape scale is had sex with a partner to make them happy in a relationship. So the thing that I need you to understand off of this survey is that whatever is the next thing in line is supposed to be worse than the previous thing. And right now, I think you could probably either agree or disagree with this, but it's not like a really, you know, unhinged fucking point that we're looking at right here. But then a 17 on the scale is a person with Down syndrome eagerly has sex with a neurotypical. The things are about to get a little wonky. We're gonna hit some weird ones now. So this is a 17 on the rape scale. Now, if we move up to an 18, lying about wealth or hobbies in order to get laid. So that's an 18 on the rape scale. Now, a 23 would be non-revealing being transgender until after sex. And 29 is a two-way tie. Hookup where only one person appears nervous and tense but doesn't really say no or resist, and pretending to like a sexual hookup out of fear of disrupting mutual social circles. This is just... okay, this is incredible. What did I join into? We're ranking them based off of the results of 5,000 men, women, and non-binary / trans people. At the 36 meter mark, we have stealing money back after paying a sex worker. Dude, all right. I feel like there's definitely ways that you can give involuntary signals that you're not interested in the sex that you're having. And then stealing money from a sex... I feel like this has to be above this, right? That's theft? Well, yeah, but it's not about theft. It's about rape. I feel like that has to be, like, ordered differently. And then 37 is enthusiastic, interested in a person getting very drunk on a date. The other person is sober and they have sex. Okay. 42, using serious emotional pressure to guilt into getting sex in a relationship. And the 46 two-way tie is... Okay, wait. Okay, now we're starting to go. We're going crazy here now. This is where it starts to get a little wonky. So a minor has sex with a 26-year-old man is a 46 on the meter. And that's tied with sex with someone who resists and says no, but secretly really wants it. How could you know? Isn't that just rape? Isn't like, unless. That's just straight rape, too. That's another one. Wait, that's just straight up rape. How is that less than 50% rape?
The goat. Thank you for the $5.
Dude, he said no, but he really wants it, which is something I can't possibly know. That's... Okay. Now, 48 is a person who clearly says no to sex. After repeated attempts, person A gets tired, eventually gives in. How is this ranked worse than having sex with a minor? Who literally cannot consent.
Nicholas, the goat. Thank you for the $5, my man.
And by the way, again, I'm not saying that this is necessarily a good thing, but how is somebody eventually consenting after being run down, which is bad in and of itself? How is that not worse? How is that worse than somebody who literally never gives in and you do it anyway? 46 is like, this is a really weird position for these two to be. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, 48 is like not in the correct order here. 56, uninterested, reserved person on very drunk date. The other person is sober and they have sex. So now a person. Okay, that's okay. We're starting to get into like the real rapey territory, but this is still halfway. During sex, person A begins hitting, biting, choking person B without asking. B pretends to like this out of fear and making it more violent. How is this only halfway through? Biting, Wilbur. This is just very rape, yeah.
Can I say something to you, Nick?
Okay.
I really like you.
Why? All right. Am I going to be that guy right now? Am I going to get myself in trouble here? 73 is stealthing. I feel like stealthing has to be like at least above the one where they just straight up rape somebody, right? It's got to be like here. This is where stealthing goes. Stealthing goes like right here because like obviously stealthing is bad, but how is stealthing worse than out like just straight up raping somebody? That's crazy. You think stealthing is pretty bad? Yeah, obviously stealthing is pretty bad. Putting a person in a position to get pregnant who doesn't want to be pregnant is obviously very bad. But it's not as bad as raping somebody. Raping somebody is worse. 56. Oh no, 77. A husband forcing sex upon his wife in a traditional culture where she doesn't perceive this as wrongdoing. 91. A person has a rape fetish. Their friend, trying to be helpful, gets a stranger to... How is that not 100? That is so 100. How is that only a 91? Who voted that that was cool? And then number 10, stranger forcibly assaults. Okay, so that's like... Okay. What is happening here? Yeah, the most unhinged part of 91 is that they said friend. A friend is somebody who hires someone to rape their friend because they think they're down. The voting was rigged? Yeah, I don't know. This is crazy. Like, this is an insane fucking thing. I made this graphic for faster representation, but a lot can depend on wording. At the end of the post, I included the actual questions I used in the survey, making my raw correlations of sheet data, but a few things popped up for me. Women are more likely to classify things as rape. Their average rating was 53, while men's was 44.2. Yeah, I mean, that's not really a shocker. I assume that there's probably a... like, whilst there is male rape, I imagine it's happening in much larger numbers to females, right? Men and women disagree the most about relationship pressure, where some having guilt trips someone in a relationship to have sex. Men rated this as a 36.6, women rated this as a 58.4. Other big disagreements were about somebody having sex in a relationship because they want to make their partner happy.
The goat. Thank you for the $5, my man.
Older people thought it was less rapey. Squinting at the data, it looks like there might be some factors to describe what people use to judge rape or not. Enthusiasm, mental capacity, conditional consent, and victim orientation. The actual questions in the survey. So these are the actual questions, then we'll move on. I'm not going to read all of these, but here. These are the questions that people voted. Ollie hires... actually, you can rate this. Rate this right now as we go. We're going to do the survey right now. Ollie hires Ellison, a low-end sex worker, to have sex. Ellison doesn't seem to be enthusiastic about the experience, but verbally consents and displays no resistance. Sage and Taylor have been in a relationship for 2 years. Sage asked Taylor for sex, who doesn't really feel like it, but Taylor wants to make Sage happy and has sex with Sage anyway. Now, in this version of this, you don't really know, like, if Taylor is not conveying that in any way that's visibly noticeable, then, like, I don't know. Like, the way this is specifically worded. If, like, if Sage doesn't know, then I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't seem like that's that bad. If it's like, this is based off more information, I guess. Wynn has Down syndrome and really wants to have sex with Andy, who does not have Down syndrome. They have sex. Wynn displays enthusiasm throughout the experience, saying things like, "Please have sex with me." I feel like if you're ever answering a survey question like this, you've got way too much time on your hands. Rape? Yeah, I would say probably. Yeah, I don't know. But then you're going to pull up those fucking influencers who fake having Down syndrome to get attention, where they're like, I can't have sex because you say I can't have sex. And then you're going to make me feel bad. Because, yeah, that's what I'm probably saying in this instance. Sure. I don't know. I don't know how that should work. My moral code has just simply not accounted for that reality. I have no idea how I would judge that. It sounds horrible in my head. Yeah, I don't know. Jackie meets Carrie, who claims to have a very successful lawyer from a wealthy family with lots of creative hobbies. After they have sex, Jackie finds out Carrie is actually penniless, with only video games as a hobby. If Jackie had known about this before, she never would have had sex with Carrie. Lane meets Marlo at a bar and finds Marlo very attractive and goes home. They have enthusiastic sex. After having sex, Lane discovers that Marlo is actually transgender. If Lane had known, they never would have had sex with Marlo. Emerson and Frankie have been casual friends in an overlapping social circle for a while. They go on a first date, have sex at the end. Frankie's afraid of upsetting Emerson because they have to share a social group after this, so she does not say no or express resistance despite secretly hating the whole experience. Again, like, that's not something that the person would be knowledgeable about. You have regret does not... Yeah, sure. That's rape? Well, how would you know? I guess, like, how, if you're Emerson in this scenario and the only information that we have to go off of is this paragraph, it sounds like she's not interested in doing it, but goes along with it silently because she, like, if she's saying it specifically because she doesn't want to upset the social circle, I doubt she told Frankie in this one. A victim doesn't have to say no. Sure, absolutely. But they've given no like, this question doesn't give any indication. If this question adds parts saying that she pulled away, or she gave, like, or she was just not interested in it, because not interested in it could be a thought. A thought is not something that somebody could actually you can't read somebody's mind. If it's simply a thought, and there's no physical sign, there's no verbal sign, I don't know how Frankie would be able to tell, if that makes sense. You have, like, this question isn't specific enough for me to be able to detail if this is assault. When I'm reading it in the actual survey, it seems much more pointed that she's not interested, and she's giving body language that she's not interested. But in the actual prompt for this, we don't know anything about their date. We don't know anything about their actual experience that they have after the date. We just know she secretly hated the whole experience, and then that wasn't portrayed in a in any, like, that tells me it wasn't portrayed in a way that he could possibly understand, if that makes sense. Yeah. Tegan and Vic are at a party making out. Tegan escalates. Vic seems nervous and tense, but doesn't resist or say no. Tegan does not ask for verbal consent. They have sex. Yeah, this is like a gray area here. If they're not resisting or saying no, and there's no verbal consent, it's extremely difficult to navigate this. Like, you have to tell me what nervous and tense actually means, because that could very well dictate my answer on this question. Miller hires Nico, a sex worker, to have sex. After that, Miller steals back the money and runs away. Let's get to some of the more crazy examples. A 26-year-old has sex with a 16-year-old. The 16-year-old displays enthusiasm and often initiates. Yeah, I don't know how this one got ranked as a 46 rather than higher. Bailey and Alex are at Bailey's apartment after a date. Alex makes repeated attempts to have sex with Bailey, who clearly says no every time. Eventually, Bailey gets tired of saying no and lets Alex have sex with him. Bailey makes no... Okay, where was the one before this? Carol has sex with Darby at the end of a date. Darby gives mild resistance, looking unenthusiastic, saying a hedged nose, but secretly really wants it and is actually enjoying it. So... It's the Bill Burr skit. It's the Bill Burr skit. If she's saying no, like, what does hedged no mean? What does defined hedge mean? Looks unenthusiastic? No, it actually probably is rape. Let me see. What is the define hedged? Limit or qualify conditions. Oh, okay, no, I thought it was like the Bill Burr sketch. It's not like the Bill Burr sketch. Have you ever heard the Bill Burr one? With, Bill Burr, stand up. Me Too. I think it's the Me Too segment, where he starts talking about, like, potted plants.
It works like trailer and off. The your side of the story.
Not that one. That's why all the conservatives like Bill Burr, this one sketch, but they go on to watch anything else that Bill Burr makes, and they hate him for it. Like, there's a bunch of conservatives who watch Bill Burr, and they're like, yes, this is the best thing ever! And then they turn Paper Tiger off, and they're like, who the fuck's this liberal? What the fuck? Mr. Girl is who you're talking about, Cecil. Where is, Well, the Bill Burr sketch was him being like, the court read can really make or break your fucking situation. Because then the girl could be like, no, stop it, no, or whatever. And it's very clear like what the intention is and what the context is for that conversation. And then the judge will read it and they're like, no, stop it, no. It sounds like now, the way I'm reading this, now that I understand what hedged means, it's like, no, I'm not really interested, no, and then he does it anyway. So yeah, I would say that's probably right. The tone one, yeah. Dude, why did you say that? Dude, I did the fucking, the judge voice, and someone in the chat goes, so they do it like Carl Jobst? Like, all the judges read it as in, no, stop it, you absolute legend. Jesus Christ. Yeah, there's a difference between no, tee-hee, and God no. And it is in the way that it is read. Yeah, pull the clip up. It's so funny. I wish I had it. I can't find it. That's why I said it. Bill Burr, judge. That's what I thought he meant by, what it meant by hedged. No means no. Is this it?
Means no, that's another one. No means no. It's like, no, it doesn't. All right? No, all right? No, that means no, all right? But no, stop it. What are you doing? Oh my God. You're being so bad.
Yeah. Now you get the judge, and they all of a sudden they start Carl Jobsting it.
Yeah, that's not a fucking no. That means I want to do it, but I'm afraid you're going to judge me, so I'm just going to make it look like it was your idea so you don't figure out that I've already performed this act with 40 other fucking people. Right? But then you go to court and you get a bad read and there's some guy reading it. Your Honor, she said no. Stop it. What are you doing? You're being so bad. Yeah, and you're just sitting there like, she didn't fucking say it.
Yeah. That's what was playing in my head right there, but no, I understand what hedges means. You didn't fucking say it like that. Dude, Paper Tiger is fucking hilarious, but I think all of Bill Burr's shit is really funny. Everything I've seen. Apparently there's a new Bill Burr one I gotta go watch. I am interested as fuck to take a look at that, dude. For sure. Let me... Anything's better than watching the 50th Dave Chappelle special on transgenders. I thought the first one was funny, okay? Then he made like 11 more. How many times do I have to find out how many times do I have to watch him talk about trans people? Does he... I legitimately, I have no idea. The guy got like stun locked on trans people and he's never been able to shake it. It's crazy. Oh man. At this point, I think it's a fetish. My favorite, I always talk about this, my favorite Dave Chappelle comedy special is when he stops his comedy special midway through to start telling a story about how his trans friend committed suicide or something in an extremely dark tone before ultimately undercutting it at the end with a joke. Where he just stops the whole comedy show to talk about a trans suicide. That was something he did. That actually happened. This guy made like 40 fucking things on trans people. At some point, I don't, like, yeah, I've heard all the jokes. Can we talk about anything else? Daphne? It might be Daphne. I don't even fucking remember. I just remember the comedy special had like a dark fucking suicide story midway through. Or I guess towards the end. Like at like the third quarter, the whole comedy special becomes like a super serious thing about like, because I guess he was getting a lot of shit at the time or he felt compelled to tell that story or something. But it was like a Netflix comedy special. And then it became like a huge political thing. And I guarantee none of the YouTubers who complain about how everything is political complained about that one.